Hey there, everyone out there in the world. My name is Nash Riker, and I'd like to welcome you to my new channel that I call How to Live Happier. And the reason I started this channel is to share with all of you out there who are willing to listen some of the things that I have learned personally about how to achieve true happiness, peace of mind, joy, a state of perpetual bliss that comes from inside of me. It doesn't come from any external things or people or situations. And because this happiness and joy comes from within, that means that nothing on the outside can take it from me. There's no person out there or negative situation or problem in life that can steal my joy and my happiness from me. Now, what I've learned here is nothing new. Actually, the greatest spiritual masters and philosophers and teachers for thousands of years have been teaching how to accomplish this in one's life. The problem is most people don't pay attention to it. Most people don't take enough time to sit and try and apply these principles and these ideas into their own life. And so what I wanted to do is create an outlet where I can share these ideas with other people in a way that hopefully it makes sense. And hopefully you can take some of these concepts, apply them in your life, which is very easy to do, by the way. It does just take some consistency and some dedication to staying with it. But I'm telling you, the results are eternal. The happiness that you get, the joy, the excitement about life again, the amazing feeling that comes from waking up every day inspired about life and inspired about what you're going to create this day and what new things are going to be brought into your life this day. That's very exciting. It's a very exciting cycle to be in. Most people out there are just like I was for many years, and that is waking up every day dreading to even get out of bed, dreading to even go to work, dreading to face the day's problems, like you're going to be walking through a battlefield, a minefield, and just trying to avoid all the shotgun shells being fired at you. I'm here to tell you that you don't have to live that way. You can find a place of eternal happiness inside of you that is always there. It's always been there. This is what's so amazing about it, is once you get this for yourself, once it clicks inside of you, it's permanent. It's a part of you. It just becomes a part of your being, and it's with you every moment of the day, moment by moment. Every situation that comes into your life, you're handling it with this new internal sense of being, your true essence, which is truth and happiness. So hopefully you subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be sharing a lot of these things that I really, really believe that if you just listen to them and just take them to heart, apply them in your life, you will see radical changes for the positive. Radical changes in the direction that you want. Instead of having changes of life being imposed upon you that makes you feel like you're out of control with your own circumstances and your own situation, that can all change. So I don't know if I introduced myself in the beginning. My name is Nash Riker, the Cosmic Nomad, and I have a couple other projects going on you might want to check out. One of my websites is called truthseeds.com, and another one is called thecosmicnomad.com. The Cosmic Nomad is kind of my personal blog, and truthseeds.com is where I post short snippets of extremely inspirational and powerful teaching or spiritual principles that have had a major impact in my life, and I'm kind of compiling them into one central source and location, which is truthseeds.com, in which you can get on there and find spiritual solutions for nearly any kind of emotional problem and life problem that you may be experiencing. So getting back on the topic here, the whole theme of this series is how to achieve true happiness from within. Because how many people out there don't really want more happiness in their life? So I think it's pretty safe to say that you would probably like more happiness in your life. Well, let's get down to the very main point as to why we are not happy currently in our life. Well, I figured out that in nearly all cases it has to do with what's upstairs here and what we allow to go on in our own minds. Most people out there don't even know that they're in control of their own thoughts and their own emotions and their own feelings inside of their body. Well, I can tell you that it's a fact that we are in control. We're in control of our thoughts and emotions at all times of the day. No matter how serious something may seem on the outside, no matter how pissed off somebody makes you, it's you that is allowing yourself to get upset. It's up to you how you react to that external situation or person. Your reaction to things is completely in your control. Now, I've heard this before, years past in spiritual studies, and I never really got it, though. I never really applied it to my life, never really meditated on what it meant and what it meant to me in my life. But there's actually some very practical and powerful techniques that we can use to immediately cut out the negativity going on upstairs in our heads. And I'm going to get to that in just a second, but first, it's very important though, before any kind of spiritual principle is taught or shared, in order for it to be received by the listener, you as the listener must understand and come to acknowledgement of the fact that there is a problem that needs to be solved. So if you're just sitting there half-heartedly listening to this, I encourage you to think about your own life, your inner life, not how you are when you're around friends and family and when you're in front of other people, but when you're sitting in a room alone by yourself with no TV, no radio, no distractions, but it's just you and your thoughts. Who are you then? What kind of thoughts are going on in your head? What kind of feelings are going on? Think of any negative situation that's come at you in the past week or month. Think about how you responded to that. Do you find yourself getting angry a lot? Do you find yourself getting emotional a lot, or negative about the future, or in fear about the future, or holding on to something in the past, some kind of negative situation that you bring up in your mind and you're thinking about it all the time, and it causes these negative emotions and feelings inside of your body, yet you keep thinking about it? You go from one negative thought to another. Can you picture these cycles happening in your own mind, in your own emotions, in your own life? All of us have it. And it is these negative cycles that cause all kinds of residual repercussions in our life. Things like negative health, things like damaged friendships. How about lack of productivity in achieving your life goals? There's some major ones right there. All those things have to do with what's going on upstairs. The unconscious mental cycles and mental patterns that we allow ourselves to be consumed with on a regular basis. Well, it's time to finally get that stuff in check within yourself so that you can move beyond negative circumstances, move beyond negative emotions and feelings and thoughts, and start really doing with your life what you want to do. So to illustrate this point, let me share with you some thoughts from one of my favorite spiritual teachers named Vernon Howard. Regarding this topic, Vernon Howard says, negative emotions such as anxiety, doubt, fear, anger, depression, guilt, hopelessness, etc. are caused by nothing more than a mental movie which the sufferer carelessly permits to run through his mind. Where there is no mental movie, there can be no anguish. Experiment with this. The next time you suffer, make a deliberate attempt to break the horror film in your mind. Even if you succeed for even 1 second, you will see that the anguish ends when the film ends. The horror has no existence except in the imaginative film in your mind. You can aid your own experiment by ceasing to have a hypnotic fascination for the horror film. To summarize, repeatedly break the unreeling mental movie, then see what a different person you become. So with that said, be conscious of this. Be aware that this is happening in your mind and in your emotions. That's the very first step to solving a problem, is to identify the problem, acknowledge the problem, recognize that a problem exists. Once you can recognize that there is a problem there, now we can start working towards solving it. So the way you solve this, these negative mental patterns and cycles that we allow ourselves to get into that end up just turning into nothing more than a downward spiral of negative emotions, which ends up attracting to us more negativity, more negative people, more negative circumstances, all of that into our lives. When we change our thoughts and emotions and we replace the negative ones with positive ones, with positive expectation and intention and of the things that we desire and the things that we would like to manifest in our lives, that's what we start attracting to us. So to close this lesson, your homework is to go about each day being very aware and conscious of the thoughts that are running through your mind at any given moment, feelings and emotions that are in your body at any given moment. And when you find that any of it is negative, any of it is creating a state of mind that you don't want, then it's up to your conscious decision, your own choice, your own will to break that mental movie and to replace it with good thoughts. Watch yourself on a moment-by-moment basis if you have to. But what's great is you only have to do this for a period of time, and then it ends up becoming a part of you. It ends up becoming a new habit that enriches your life and causes you to attract the things to you that you really want and the experiences that you really want. So how important is it to do this? Well, only as important as your own dreams and goals and desires and happiness and well-being. So be aware of the thoughts in your mind, be aware of the emotions in your body, be aware of what that is doing to you in reality and what that's really creating as far as your feelings goes and the experience in your life. And realize that it's just not worth it. It's just not what you want. So you can start today by taking control of your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, and putting them to work for you, for your benefit, and to create for you the life that you truly desire. So I hope this has helped, guys. It was really fun talking to you. Can't wait to do the next video. Also, I have a podcast that I've started too, where I share some more of these ideas and thoughts in audio form. And you can check out the link down below, along with the other links to my other projects. And I would love for your support in sharing these videos, liking it, hitting favorite, share it with people that you know if you think that they can benefit from these words. And I will talk to you all very soon. Namaste.